Good morning, everyone. We will start the morning call. Yesterday, Nasdaq was up 1%, and it hit a 7-week high. The US equity futures are up today morning on positive earnings from Amazon and Apple, and expectations of a shallower US Fed monetary tightening. Also, if we see the US 10-year yields continue to drift lower and are now below 2.7%, from a high of 3.5% witnessed last month. The US GDP fell for second quarter in a row at negative 0.9%, and against expectation of positive growth of 0.5%. So thus technically US has entered a recession. Asian markets are positive this morning. SGX Nifty is up around 200 points, and Brent crude remains flat at $102. I will now hand over the call to the technical team. Hello, we are not able to hear the technical team.
So sorry. Thank you, Jian. Good morning, all of you. This is Swati. Today, the Nifty is likely to open with a gap up, and we are likely to witness a positive momentum during the day. Yesterday, we have seen a very good bounce back rally with the Nifty towards 16,950 levels and maintain a positive closing at the day's high, which gives a very positive sign on the technical trend. Today, access we are getting a gap up opening. From the current level, 17,200 will act as immediate resistance levels. If it surpasses that level, then 17,320, 17,500 levels are the open on the Nifty for the Nifty. Whereas on a downside, the immediate support will be placed at around 16,800. If Nifty closes below that level in the coming few trading session, then 16,600, 16,500 levels can be seen on the downside. So overall view will remain a positive on the Nifty as long as it sustains above 16,800 levels. Coming towards the Bank Nifty is also trading in a very good way. It's just trading above all the important moving averages in the high tops, high bottom formations, which gives a very strong indication on the technical front. On the high side, 37,600, 37,800 are the crucial resistance levels which can be tested on the Bank Nifty. Whereas on the downside, 37,150 and 36,900 are the support level on the Bank Nifty front. Coming towards the Nifty Finance, 17,100, 17,300 levels are the important resistance zone. On the flip side, 16,700, 16,550 are the crucial support levels for the Nifty Finance. Stock specific, Castrol India really looks good on the technical front. I believe it has a potential to reach up to 130 to 130 levels on the higher side. So our critical positions at the CMP 107 will be the stop loss for immediate target of a 130. I think that's it from my end. I request derivative guys to take the ball forward.
Yeah, thank you, Swati. Good morning, everyone. This is Amit Bukani. So, as per derivatives data front, as we said yesterday, that Nifty is having a strong resistance at 16,900 level, and once if it surpasses 16,900 level and closing comes above that level, then we might witness almost around 200, 300 point on the upper end. And we are seeing that the Nifty yesterday closed about that level, and almost we are seeing SGX is likely to open around 200 point on the upper end. So, 17,200 would be the immediate resistance for today intraday session. Once if in today's session, if Nifty stables above 17,200, then the next possible target would be 17,500 level. So currently overall scenario, and as per all the derivative data front, we expect the sentiment is positive. While PCR yesterday closed at 1.37 level, we expect PCR to stretch around towards 1.50 to 1.60 levels on the upper end. Currently, we expect him hold a long position with the support of 16,900 level. Once if Nifty again goes below 16,900 level, then only we might expect a selling pressure in the market. As per the sector specific and stock specific, we expect the IT sector to see some short covering rally and fresh buying will be witnessed very soon, as we have seen in yesterday trading session. Fresh long positions got initiated in the IT sector and strong breakouts has been witnessed. So IT, chemical and finance, these three sector we expect to outperform in coming trading sessions. Currently, as per stock specific, we expect Indian Hotel to show some positive strength. Indian Hotel, SRF, BL, this four counter looks positive in coming trading session. Thank you.
Yesterday's results, SBI Card's result was marginally above expectation. Credit cost has stabilized at 6% levels for 2 quarters now, which was the case before COVID also. and NPAs were also stable sequentially. We are positive on SBI cards. Equitas Small Finance Bank result was below expectation because of higher provisions. Asset quality remains stable quarter on quarter. We are neutral here. Mahindra and Mahindra financial result was below expectation. The credit cost came at 4% against expectation of 2%, as this is a seasonally weak quarter. And NPAs increased by 20 to 30 basis points each GNPA and NNPA, and restructured book remains elevated at around 6%. We are positive from long-term perspective. PNB Housing Finance result has improved. Credit cost declined to 0.3% against 1% run rate we have witnessed since last few quarters. And the GNPA has also come down to 6.3 against 7.6%. It has declined mainly due to decline in corporate segment, while for retail segment it has increased. We are neutral here. SBI Life Insurance numbers were above expectation because of big jump in margins from 24% last year to 30% in current quarter. Margin increased because of higher mix from non-par business, where the mix increased from 30% last year to 47% this year, and similarly the ULIPs mix declined, which is a low margin segment. So that is why the margins shot up, and we are positive on SBI Life. Shriram Transport Finance result was in line with expectation. Asset quality was stable. Restructured book remains very low at just 0.6%. Few moments ago, I just explained my M&M Financial restructured book is at 6%, and here it is just 0.6. So there is no stress in Shriram Transport going forward, and stock should continue to do well. We are positive. Nippon Life Asset Management result was below expectation. Revenue disappointed as the yield on AUM, that is revenue divided by AUM, that yield has declined sharply because of increasing competition. And if we see, the AUM decline was at just 1% quarter on quarter, whereas the revenue decline was 6%. So that impacted the results. And from near-term perspective, we are neutral, but long-term positive. Motilal Oswal result declined across all segments that they are present in, and one should avoid the stock. Aavas Financial result was also below expectation as NPA increased marginally on sequential basis. So neutral from near-term perspective, but from long-term perspective, we are positive. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. KPR Mill has posted improved set of numbers on revenue front. Revenue grew by 9.3% Q on Q. Higher growth in revenue led to higher profit to the company. Stock is trading at a P of 20.1 times FY24 EPS. DB Corp has posted improved set of numbers both on the revenue and the margin front. Stock is trading at 5.5 times FY24 EPS. CMS Infosystem has posted improved set of numbers both on the revenue and the margin front. Revenue grew by 2% Q on Q. EBITDA margin came in at 27.3% versus QOQ of 26.1%. Stock is trading at 12.4 times FY24 EPS.
Good morning. Vedanta result was below expectation, mainly due to reduction in its linkage coal, which led to higher costs in its aluminum business. Consolidated revenue came at 38,600 crores versus expectation of 37,700 crores. EBITDA came at 10,200 crores versus expectation of 12,300 crores. The main reason we have seen the power cost was up by 22% in the quarter and will continue to remain high in the next quarter. But we may see some decline from Q3 onwards with the reduction in its coal prices and opening of company's captive mine, which is expected to commission in Q2. The company in quarter one had hedged around 20% of volume for its aluminium at $3,500 per ton, and for Q2 company has hedged 28% of its volume at $3,600 per ton. We are neutral on this company. Orient Cement result was below expectation. Revenue came at 714 crores versus expectation of 725. EBITDA came at 102 crores versus expectation of 121 crores. Margins came at 14% versus expectation of 17%. Shri Cement result was marginally below expectation. Sales volume was in line with expectation at 7.5 million ton. Realization came at 5,600 versus expectation of 5,370. However, EBITDA was below expectation. EBITDA per ton was below expectation at 1,091 versus expectation of 1,150. Margins were also below expectation at 19.5% versus 20.5%. We are neutral on this company. JK Lakshmi had its con call yesterday, where the management indicated that demand was good in the first 2 months of Q1, and which witnessed a good realization growth. However, for Q2, demand is expected to be under pressure owing to seasonally weak quarter, but could see some improvement on an annual basis. The company witnessed better pricing in April to May in most markets. However, post June, there has been some pricing pressure, more so in Gujarat and northern markets, and prices have declined by rupees 10 per cement bag on an average. For Q1, the fuel cost increased to 11,700 per ton versus 9,000 per ton, which is a considerable increase, mainly due to its higher import cost. For Q2, the company expects a further increase of 20% in power and fuel cost. We are neutral on this company. Thank you.
Good morning. This is Mahima. The Sona BLW Precision Forgings announced its results. The result was in line with expectation. Revenue came in at 584 crore versus an expectation of 571 crore, which grew by 5% on a sequential basis and 18% on a YOY basis on the back of a 68% YOY growth in the battery electric vehicle business. BEV business accounted for 29% in the overall top line. EBITDA margin came in at 24% versus an expectation of 24%, which was in line. The company has seen margin pressure beginning to ease off during the current quarter and expects this reversal in inflation to continue. The company said its net order book increased by 10% to rupees 20,500 crore at the end of June from 18,600 crore at the end of March 31, 2022. Stock is trading at a PE of 47.4 times FY24 EPS. TVS Motor announced its results. The result was in line with expectation. Revenue came in at 6,009 crore versus an expectation of 5,900 crore, which grew by 9% sequentially and 53% on a YOY basis. Volumes grew by 6% on a sequential basis, while realization improved by 3% quarter on quarter. Gross margin came in at 24%, which was flat QOQ and down by 40 bps on a YOY basis, despite steep raw material inflation supported by a favorable product mix, cost control measures, and price hikes. EBITDA margin came in at 10%, which was in line with expectation. The company expects minor commodity cost pressures to persist in the second quarter, and following that, commodity costs may soften a bit from the third quarter onwards. TVS intends to further strengthen its competitive positioning and gain market share on the back of new and feature-rich product launches. The demand for premium models remains strong, while chip shortage issues still remains a hindrance. The stock is trading at a PE of 4.5 times FY24 EPS. Thank you.
Yeah, I will now hand over the call to the commodities team.
Yeah, thank you, Jian. Good morning, everyone. Yesterday we had seen a spectacular run in commodities. Gold and silver prices again are expected to edge higher. Gold 51,800 to 52,000, whereby profit taking could be witnessed. So one can go long as long as above 51,000. Silver too looks good. Buying on dips is recommended. 57 200 should be a good level to enter long. Uh, Buying on dips is recommended, and the target should be 58 300 to 58 800, whereby again profit taking could be witnessed. Buying on dips is recommended. Crude prices are expected to consolidate from 7800 to 7600. Buying around 7650 with a stop loss of 7600, and prices again are expected to test 7800, and a trader can also sell at 7800 with a stop loss of 7870. Similarly, NG natural gas, we have seen a profit taking, and if prices sustain above 645, then expected to have a pullback till 668, 670 levels. However, again, it is an good opportunity to sell. It should correct and settle down somewhere between 630 to 625, which are ideal levels to enter long. Copper, copper to uh, expected to rise. Buying on dips is recommended. 640 should be a good level to enter. Again, 650, 655 should be the target. Aluminum also looks good. Aluminum can be bought with a stop loss of 211. Prices again are expected to test 216, 217 levels. Yeah, sorry, she's not able to connect. But overall, USD INR could edge lower. It can test uh, levels of 79.20, 79.30. So selling on rise is recommended in USD INR. That's it from the commodity team. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. That's it for the day. Have a good day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.